Fellas, AC here, welcome to another review. Now, oud is a contentious subject for most of us here in the West, and largely because oud can have a fecal note or fecal smell, oud can have a barnyardy smell, or both. And for me, at least, I stay away from both. I don't like skank, I don't like awful smell, I like beautiful smell. And I'm going to review an oud fragrance today, which is absolutely stunning. Acqua di Parma, Colonia Oud. Now, oud, they all mean the same things, and it is one of the most revered notes in the Eastern world. Middle Eastern, Eastern world. They absolutely dote on oud. If you've never tried oud, then I suggest you should. It can be a bit of a nasty surprise, like I have faced. For example, oud from India, known as Hind, Oud al-Hind, Assam oud. It can be very fecal, at least the one that I tried. And it almost put me off oud completely. But then I'm slowly starting to regain my bravery. I quite like Cambodian oud. And here, this fruity, sweet Cambodian oud is used here. But we'll get to that. So, let's start with the basics. This came out in 2010, and the parfumer is none other than Francois Demachy. Francois Demachy is the house parfumer, the master parfumer for Dior. He is amazing. He's recently left, I believe, but I'm not so sure. I think he's recently left. But anyways, Francois Demachy working for Acqua di Parma. Amazing. Fragrance came out in 2010, and this packaging has changed to what I'm going to show you on the screen. But I haven't tried the new packaging. This is an old packaging. When I joined the Fragcom, this fragrance was one of the most revered, loved, talked about, hyped oud fragrance ever. Now people have stopped talking about this fragrance, but the fragrance is still absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I sprayed it about 5 minutes ago, just to let it settle on my skin. So let's start. When you first spray this amazing fragrance, the very minute you smell it, you know you're smelling something extraordinary. It smells of bergamot orange, so little slight sprightly Italian style citrus aromatic bergamot orange with cardamom, dry cardamom, and oud immediately, but no skank whatsoever, which makes me very happy. It's a very rich smell. You know you're smelling oud, because if you have not experienced oud, you should. And the moment you experience oud Western style, you know you're smelling oud. It's a very rich smell. It's a very captivating smell and very sexy. And you get that. So orange, bergamot, coriander, little hint of cardamom as well. Oud and sandalwood. Can you imagine? Sandalwood, amazing note of sandalwood. One of the most precious notes, along with oud, along with orange, along with bergamot, and a very dry coriander and cardamom. Absolutely amazing. The smell is just captivating, and that's the beginning. Excuse me. Towards the middle of the fragrance starts to bring in a note which I've smelt in many Acqua di Parma. This is the ingredients line, which is where they focus on one ingredient. Here in this case is oud, but they have used leather here, which has been used in Acqua di Parma Colonia leather, which I also have in my collection. And that leather is absolutely amazing. So you get new leather from middle stage, and that new leather starts to dominate in about 45 minutes. Ooh, that new nutty leather. It's nutty leather like Tuscan leather. So it's borrowing from Tuscan leather's leather. And it comes out and just starts to dominate, along with that oud and sandalwood. And then towards the dry down, there's a note of patchouli to give it that herbal green sort of smell, which is earthy. So patchouli takes over where coriander left. Coriander is the herbal bit at the beginning. So in the late stages, you have this creamy sandalwood with orange, absolutely amazing. Sandalwood with patchouli, stunning winning combination with oud and leather, the nutty leather from Tuscan leather. It's a terrific fragrance. That journey is mind-boggling, absolutely amazing. I'm just in awe of this fragrance. From the day I've owned this to now, I've had this in my collection for more than a decade. I'm a massive fan of this fragrance. Number one upside. For me, it is the sheer joy of owning this fragrance. The quality is absolutely mind-boggling. The sheer volume of ingredients, the way it has been composed, the way it comes across, it's just quality all the way through. So Francois Demachy is one of the finest fragrances, I would say. That's a number one upside. The sheer quality and the way it's been blended and the experience you get from it is just top class. Top class fragrance. Absolutely amazing. So you can put this in a list which contains sandalwood, oud, leather. I mean, how can you beat that? The second one has to be the compliment factor. If you wear it right, I'm going to come to how to wear this. If you wear it right, people will be stunned by your presence. It smells that good. You really is a statement maker, but it's not a butch statement maker. It's not one of those where people get scared or intimidated by your scent. It's just, they look at your fragrance, just like Tuscan leather, They look at the fragrance and they say, or smell the fragrance and they say, wow, what a scent, So it's that kind of scent. It's just stunning all the way. Huge compliment factor. And the number three is, this is a fragrance that you can fashion to any occasion. You want to go for a winter interview, you can wear this one spray, maybe two. You can go for a date, you're going for a date, 1 or 2 sprays. Absolutely amazing. Work scent, absolutely. Outdoors, social activities, festivals, weddings, anything. You can throw anything at it. It'll work. As long as you wear it right. Downsides. So this is where, very important point I want to make. If you spray more than 2, this absolutely will nauseate you. Something happens when I spray 2, even if not in the same spot, even more than 2. Let's say 2 on each, one on each arm and 1 on my shirt. Let's say 3 sprays. So way too much. It starts to nauseate me. That leather somehow creates this very strange sort of feeling, in really queasy sort of feeling. You want to throw up. So you got to be very careful with number of sprays. I never go more than 1 spray. It may not be beast mode. It is beast mode way, kind of, but it's really rich and it can really nauseate me. I've learned this, so I've worn this for more than 10 years and I've never gone more than 1 spray. That's the ideal one, but it's up to you. I'm just going to tell you what I think. So that's the downside. It does not support overspray, and that can be an issue for some people because of the second downside. This fragrance has a very beautiful trail. It smells absolutely luxurious and rich and kingly and princely. But it doesn't have the kind of projection after the first 1 or 2 hours. It stops projecting. It becomes a close to skin kind of a scent because it's so rich and dense. And that can be a problem for some people because when people spray a fragrance, they want others to smell it on you. They will be able to smell it if you go 1 spray on your shirt or on your jacket, but they have to be close to you, and that can be a problem. So lack of projection or limited projection could be an issue. It is an issue here. And the third one could be the price point. So I do not know the current price point. So this 100 ml cost me 150. And there's a 180 ml bottle, which used to be 230 or 250 pounds. So around about £2 an ml. I do not know the current prices. I forgot to check. And I would imagine it to be the same case. So for an oud fragrance that you can wear to limited occasions, only in winter or in spring or in autumn, limited occasions, because this is a dress-up scent, could be a bit too much. The value for money would be a little bit low, little bit. So those are three downsides. Now, occasions. See, as I said, you can wear this to any occasion as long as you spray it right. Compliment factor, massive. You have to just wear it right. Age groups, it has a mature vibe, so 35 plus. Seasons, I would say spring and autumn. Winter also can do, but those notes that make it beautiful stop appearing dominant. For example, that orange with that coriander and sandalwood in the opening is really superb. That note is suppressed in winter, and oud and leather, the heavy notes come out a bit more. So autumn, ideal. Spring, second best. And then winter. Summer, too hard. Too difficult to wear this. At least I find it difficult. You probably wouldn't. So those are the seasons, right? I've covered all aspects. Bearing in mind, this is a superb creation. You wear it right, you will be absolutely amazed by how well made this fragrance is. You get the experience of oud, leather, sandalwood, and spices and citruses. This is Italian style perfumery at its very, very best. So how many marks would I give it? I'm going to give this stunning fragrance 9 out of 10. I'm going to remove 1 mark because of the downsides I talked about and because of slight lack of versatility and projection. So 9 out of 10. I'm hoping you enjoyed this review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.